Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. Today we're dropping in on Rollercoin. We're going to be checking out all the latest updates. We're going to be looking at how our account is doing and how it's changed. And I'm also going to be doing a withdrawal, so keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so here we are in my Rollercoin account, and like I say, there is quite a few updates and information that Rollercoin have released that you might well have missed. But first, let's get into how the account is getting on. So basically, we have now past level 2 in the season pass, and we are coming up very close to attaining level 3. Now, if you remember in the last video, I sort of showed you the technique that I was using to try and cut down on the amount of games that you were having to play. And as you can see, we're at 118 XP. We only need 140 to claim this level. So only 12 required to claim this level. Now, I basically got my login bonus today, which was 2, I believe, or 3 it possibly is. Tomorrow I think is 3 or 5. So if we just relied on the login bonus, we could pick that up, that level 3, within a couple of days. Now, I have actually changed slightly how I'm approaching the tasks, and this is basically on how I'm approaching the games. So if we dive into here, and then we go to the event pass, which is we're in, go to event quests. Now, obviously in the last video, I showed that I was only doing token surfer. Well, what I realized is that token surfer I find really easy to do. So I literally do those 40 games required in the first day. I do them in pretty much the first 24 hours and get them out of the way. That then leaves me 6 days that I can try and basically get XP from another game. Now, Crypto Hamster, as you can see, I actually managed to do 1 level, and I realized the reason why I couldn't do it before is because I was playing it on my mobile phone, and my mobile phone is so old, it's really slow, and I couldn't even get to halfway up the flagpole, and that's why I could, in the time, because it was just taking too long. So anyway, I played it on the PC, and whoa, it is seriously way faster than on the mobile phone. But I actually managed to do 1 level. I just wanted to see if I could complete 1 level. But Arkanoid, not bothered with. But Token Blaster, I found that I can get 6 or 7 games in every day, possibly maybe 8. Until it gets too fast or it gets too difficult to continue. So what I'd been doing, like I said, I got my token surfer out of the way in the first 24 hours. So on the second day, I do as many as I can of Token Blaster. Then I leave it. And then the next morning when I wake up, it's back to level 1. So it's easy again. So then on the second day, I'll do as many as I can until I get up to a point where it's just too difficult. And I just keep doing that. And now I've completed 35 games, but I've still got 2 days and 13 hours left. So tomorrow I will complete those 5 games. That gives me another 15 XP. I only require 12 to complete the level, and then that's done. And the great thing then is all of the login bonuses and all of the required tasks that will refresh next week, that all of that will go into my level 4, rather than the last 2 levels. I've sort of like this level, some of the XP from the tasks was spent on finishing off level 2, and then the rest went towards pushing up through level 3. But if I can complete this tomorrow with those games, that means all of the login bonuses from tomorrow and all of the tasks, when it resets itself, that will all go into level 4. So that means that it will allow me to complete that level a lot faster. So that's basically how I'm doing it now. That's how I found, just sort of playing around, I think is the most efficient way. Obviously, I realise in that list of tasks, there's various ones that some people can't make, such as the referral, getting a referral, and also possibly the spending the 40 RLT in the shop. A lot of people either can't or don't want to do that. That is completely fine. Like I say, if you do it, if you can complete the 2 games that I've talked about, I found they're the easiest. Other people might find other games easier. So if you complete at least 2 games, all of the rest of the tasks, except maybe the getting a referral and the 40 RLT, then use your login bonus to then fill in the gaps. I think you'll find that will work a lot better and get you to your next level a lot faster. Obviously, if you can and don't mind spending that 40 RLT in the shop, that is 40 XP right there and then, and that is just going to boost you and push your levels up even faster. Okay, so in the introduction, I did talk about we're going to do a withdrawal, so let's go and do that. And then after that, we're going to get into the updates. Okay, so if we dive into wallet, as you can see here, we've got 142,000 Bitcoin available for withdrawal. Now, I totally agree with what my man Bill Carter said on this recently, is the fact that he says he's been investing and buying RLT and buying miners for about the last 3 months, which is very similar to what I've been doing. Now is the time to start getting some money out, or start getting some coins out, and I totally agree with you, Bill, and that is why I am making a withdrawal today. So what we want to do is click on Bitcoin, go to withdraw. We've already should have our address copied into that. Yep, we have. We confirm that that is our address. We then do 0.00142, and then we click confirm. That is then going to send a confirmation email to your email account, so we go and get that. Okay, so when it arrives, this is basically what your Rollercoin confirmation email looked like. All you've got to do is simply click on where it says confirm withdrawal. Now, I do say this in every single video whenever I do a withdrawal. When you click on that confirm withdrawal link, it is always best to be already logged into your account, simply because when you click that, what it's going to do is open a new window directly into your account. If you're not already logged in, sometimes this can cause a little bit of an issue, and you might have to go through the process again. But we're already logged in, so we just click confirm. Comes up, says that your withdrawal request has been accepted. It should arrive in your wallets in 1 to 3 days, and then we just simply close the old tab. So there we go, we've closed that tab, and then that's all good to carry on, and we can go back to the home screen, and you can see there in the top that our Bitcoin has been removed. And for those of you that are not familiar with what Rollercoin is about, but think it looks like a fun way to earn some free crypto, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description to an earlier review. Now that's going to give you more detail and a better understanding of how the program works and what you need to do to get your accounts up and running and start earning some of that free crypto. Okay, so updates and new things that will be arriving onto the Rollercoin platform very shortly. Okay, so let's get into it. So Rollercoin put out a new sort of press release or blog post or Facebook post, whatever you want, whatever it was, and basically a lot of details there are about up and coming stuff. And in fact, they actually talk about stuff that is going to be happening anything up to 4 months down the line. So this is going to give you a real good insight to what is going to be coming to the platform. So Rollercoin come out and said, while the season 2 Dark Star is on fire and going, we want to tell you more about the development of Rollercoin over the next 4 months. Hope you will like what we prepared for you. Let's go through the up and coming features together, and we are waiting for your feedback on social. So basically we're going to go through this, and anything that you don't particularly like or any suggestions you might have, you can pop them over to their Facebook page. But also don't forget, anything like that, any comments, any positives, negatives, even ideas, suggestions, pop them below this video. Put them in a post. Let's talk about it. We're here, we're a community. Let's discuss it. You know, a bit of back and forth, you never know. Together we might be able to come up with something better than Rollercoin has ourselves. And it's always great to hear from you guys. So, like I say, do that. Okay, so drops. Drops is a big thing. They talked about this a while back. They actually said that they apologized because the drops were originally meant to turn up in season 2, but they have been delayed to season 3. Anyway, drops. In season 3, playing games becomes more rewarding. All 10 Rollercoin games will now have an equal chance of giving special drops to players. The coolest thing about this drop feature is that the chance of receiving drops is the same for paid players as it is for free players. So for me, that is great news. I know I have a paid account, I have miners and stuff like that, but I always believe, and I've spoke about this on many updates they've given, you know, there has to be a balance, and those of you that have the smaller accounts should essentially really be receiving the same kind of bonuses. But then on the other side, I also understand that people that have paid for their accounts, they have invested a lot of money, they probably feel entitled to some sort of privileges as well, and I agree with that. So on both sides I do agree, but there has to be a balance. I don't think it should always tip towards the paid accounts. I think sometimes Rollercoin need to do stuff to encourage the smaller accounts to continue to play, push forward, put in the work, and eventually those small accounts will become bigger accounts. But you've got to encourage those people with the lower accounts to keep putting that work in. Okay, so that's what I like about this, is the fact that it doesn't matter. So it says here, you don't have to purchase anything. You can buy miners, of course, but it will not affect your chance of receiving drops. It is the same for everyone. Like I say, that is a big thumbs up, and I really hope that they stick to that. We have already prepared everything, and the drops from the games are already implemented in Rollercoin, but Rollercoin is not prepared for drops yet. Now we will explain why. We faced a new wave of bots and actively are fighting that right now. Releasing the drops feature with this menace of bots would totally damage Rollercoin's economics and influence fair players' rewards. So basically what they're saying is, if we don't get rid of all the cheaters are actually going to be taking rewards that should really be going to people that are playing fairly. So they're saying here that basically the only information they can really give us about the drops is that basically the drops will contain items that can upgrade miners. Now, I'm not sure. Some people, and I'm crossing my fingers on this, some people believe this could be the introduction of the modular miner, because what they might do as the first drops, you might get the shell, so the case or something like that, or it might all be completely random. You could get fans, you could get circuit boards, you could get the cases, you could get various other things, but then gradually as you collect all the different items, you then build up that modular miner. Now, if that was the case, I would absolutely love that. I've been talking about these modular miners for I don't know how long, and if this was where they introduced them, this would be absolutely fantastic. It says everyone has the same chances to get drops, and maybe there will be miners in drops too, who knows. So the next thing we're moving on to is Rollercoin, talking about the expansion of the Rollercoin economics and a new feature that they are calling merge. Now, again, I think this relates to the drops, and it probably he's going to tell you similar things to what I've just spoke about. So the future of Rollercoin is very bright and promising. The upcoming merge system will be a game changer for all players. The economics that we prepare will guarantee the growing price of the drops. Unlike any other gaming and crypto projects, drops and merge will never face inflation. Merge is the process of combining two or more elements of the same type to get one mega item, and this is what I'm talking about, is the possibility of these modular miners. They go on to then say drops are resources that you use to upgrade miners by merging drops. Drops will be generated on the same algorithm like Bitcoin has. Less and less drops of a particular type will be dropped over time, preventing the items from devaluation and making it profitable to generate drops as soon as possible. So this is what they're talking about, is Bitcoin, as most of you know, has a limited amount of coins, and with the halvings and stuff like that, gradually less and less Bitcoin is being put into the system. And what that does, that then starts making or giving Bitcoin a rarity value, because less and less of it is out there or being produced. So therefore the price of it and its innate value increases to the point where I think is it next year or next, I don't know, whether it's next year or in a couple of years' time, at some point all of the Bitcoins would have been released, which is 21 million, and there's no more that will ever be made. There will just be that 21 million out there floating around. And then obviously that then makes it into what Satoshi Nakamoto always wanted, which was Bitcoin to becoming digital gold. So literally, because then that rarity value really starts going up, the longer and longer sort of it's out there, the rarity value starts going up and up and up. Obviously it will be traded, it will still be used, but there'll be no more being made. And that is what they're saying right here, is that basically certain elements of these miners will start drying up. So say for instance the casings, there might be loads of them out there to begin with, but then they'll start drying up. So basically, if you haven't got in early enough and you haven't got a drop of a case in, but then you think, oh, I need to get in on this, you might be able to collect everything else like fans, circuit boards and whatever, but you'll never make a miner. You'll never make a complete miner because you didn't get the cases. That means you have to go to the marketplace and buy a case if you want to create that miner, and you're going to find that it's probably at quite a high price because of that rarity value. Anyway, just sort of trying to outline what this all means. So basically, the merge process consumes your drops, making them valuable and limited, which is what we've just talked about. As soon as drops of a particular type will stop dropping from games, their price will dramatically increase on the marketplace, which is exactly what I've just talked about. Also, merged miners assure the rise of the cost of it too. Merged miners will appear on the collection page so that everyone will need them if you want them. I mean, you don't need them, but if you want them, obviously they're probably going to add a big amount of bonus percentage to your total power as well, because essentially these are sort of like not just limited, but limited, because everything, all the components within them are eventually going to become limited to the point where you're not going to get them anymore, and you're only going to be able to find them in the marketplace. You will be able to sell your merged miners at a high price to other players, obviously via the marketplace. This is going to be a great addition to the site. I do think the fact that apparently all the drops are equal, doesn't matter whether you've got a paid account or a free account, all of the drops, basically everybody has an equal chance at getting these drops, and I think that is absolutely excellent. And like I say, I really hope Rollercoin do stick to that. Okay, so what is the next thing that they talked about? Okay, so the next thing that Rollercoin talked about or have addressed in these updates is possibly something that a lot of you people with low accounts are not going to be very happy with. But like I said earlier, you know, if you have invested a lot of money into any program, you do tend to have a feeling that you should have some sort of privileges. So this is what they're talking about. So as we can see here in the title, any profit of being higher in ratings. And the answer is yes. We now design a reward system for the players that are holding high ground in the game. Our old players have been asking for it for quite a while, and it will soon become a reality. And even more, our veterans will be able to get their hands on the new feature and test it earlier than others. I have no idea how high you have to be in the rankings to qualify for this. I mean, obviously their rankings go to thousands, if not millions. You know, everybody's in the ranking list. So I don't know how, I mean, have you got to be in the top 10, top 50, top 100? Because even if it's top 100, I'm not in it. If it's top 200, I'll just about scrape in there. But, you know, it could well just be people in the top 10. And, you know, obviously the reason why they're doing this is probably as well to encourage people to be more active in the program, therefore pushing up their account and then moving up the rankings, which is also as well what the merge and drops is all about, because you can only get them from playing the games. So again, it's they're basically Rollercoin are trying to make us be more active in the game, which obviously if you want to be more active in the game, that's cool, you're going to get some seriously good benefits from it. But you know, not everybody is going to want to do that, but that is essentially what Rollercoin are trying to do. Okay, so they then go on to say, basically, we will host special airdrops for players that are on the top of the leaderboard. So again, on the top, is that the top, as in number one and nobody else gets it? Is it the top 3, top 5, top 10? They don't really give you a whole lot of details, but like they then say, we will tell more details later. But please note that climbing the ladder of Rollercoin now is a huge step forward. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I say, are they going to limit it to, like I say, let's say the top 10 or the top 100? Or are they just going to make the rewards at the top really, really great, and then the rewards at the bottom like 1 RLT or something like that, you know, and as you move up, your rewards will get better? I have no idea, but they do say they will give us details later. Okay, so the next thing, which is Season 4 and the marketplace. So basically they're saying here that right after the drop system release, we will add marketplace to the game. The whole economics of Season 3 and Season 4 in Rollercoin is completely a new, different thing. You will be able to sell your drops and your merged miners. But also as well, you should be able to just sell your old miners, I'm guessing. So if you've got a load of old miners that you want to get rid of, and there's, you know, there's probably going to be numerous people with lower accounts that want to buy old miners, just looking for any miner to obviously help them push their account forward at the moment. This hopefully will be a great opportunity, but they do say you can sell your drops and your merge miners as well. But holding it is a better option, because these types of drops and these types of merge miners will never be available in the game, except for the marketplace from other rollers. And I totally agree with them. If you get hold of some of these merge miners, don't sell them. Hang on to them, and later on they are going to become more valuable, because like they've just said, they're not going to be available in the shop. They'll only be available on the marketplace. And the thing is once all of the drops are finished, because eventually, assuming that the drops will come to an end, or even the drops will continue, but those particular things that are being dropped, like they've said, will stop. So you'll end up with, say, a particular merged miner that has certain circuit boards, fans and whatever inside it, that is just simply a combination of things that you can't get anymore. And a lot of that is then going to become a sought after miner, and if you want to then sell it, you're going to get a lot more money for it. So I totally agree with Rollercoin, is hang on to them until they really start the price of them really starts going up. Okay, so the next thing we're looking at is proof of fun. Right now we are testing a new system of detecting bots and frauds without delay. You use scripts, you get caught. The new system immediately detects bots and removes them from the mining pool. To make multiple accounts, you're going to get banned. Registering thousands of accounts and spending months to auto-play games will not work anymore. It becomes a total waste of time now. The new system can immediately find all fraud and close the infrastructure of fake accounts and the game right at the beginning. Removing all cheaters from Rollercoin will allow real players to earn more, get more drops, and have a higher ranked position. And that is going to be great news, I think, to everyone out there that does play fairly. So, I mean, you could be looking, what you want to be doing is keeping an eye on your rank. If you suddenly start jumping like 4 or 5 places at a time, or even say 10 places at a time, that is Rollercoin removing fake or cheating accounts, bot accounts, all that kind of stuff. So if you're at the moment saying 500th place, once they've done this purge and got it all clean and sorted, you could well find yourself in something like 200th place. Because I know there is a serious amount of people cheating on this platform. and it needs to get sorted. It does need to get sorted. Any cheaters in any game ruin it for everybody. So I am totally behind Rollercoin, that they are doing that, and I think it's an absolutely excellent step forward to bring in serious legitimacy to this game and to the platform. If they can get rid of the cheaters and they stick to what they've said in these updates about the drops and all that kind of stuff being equal and anyone can get them and it's not tipping the balance too much towards paid accounts, I just think that you guys are really going to start seeing your accounts changing, building and moving towards those withdrawals and purchasing of miners, all that kind of stuff a lot faster, because they're getting rid of all this negativity that is currently within the system. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found it interesting and informative. Like I say, any comments, stick them in the post below this video. Let me know what your thoughts are, whether positive or negative, and any questions I will answer as soon as I can. If you are interested in that earlier video that I talked about, it's probably on your screen right now, so get clicking and get watching. And if you can smash that like button, really supports my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.